Hi guys, and welcome back to another one of my videos. In today's video, I decided to broadcast another game for me playing in Platinum Lane Age of Empires 4. And yeah, without hesitation, let's just dive right into it. So this game, it's another fast castle visiting game for me. I won't dive to explain the build order or anything like that. It's most likely in broadcast and explain what am I doing in the game, but not precisely giving a build order guide or anything like that, because I don't feel like I'm ready for this yet. I want to mention that I'm planning to do in the future like more video guides for beginners. Like I want to dive like more to what each civilization provides and does. And I want to make more tier lists because I think it's very fun and entertaining to do so. And I also like to watch them, enjoy when I watch them from other content creators, so I decided to make my own. And it is really fun. So I'm starting here building my aqueducts, my houses, my mining camps, and I'm sending a lot of villagers to ships. At the same time, I'm gathering more ships into the map, and my opponent does the same. So I would like to go like this because I think it's like better. I think it's give a better picture of what is going on. So as you can see here, I'm scouting, I'm finding sheeps, and you should always scout the half of the map before you extend to scout your opponents, because you should prioritize to get your sheeps that they're around your area, because when you spawn, your scout is spawning on your TC, so technically you're closer to travel around your base than to go to your opponent's base. But there is situations that you need to do an aggressive scout. An aggressive scout means that you have to go, I'm so sorry, that you have to go and scout your aggressively, which means most likely prioritize your opponent's side. But here we try to secure our own ships, and always remember the ships have random spawns, and you can find them basically around all the map, but most likely you will find a lot around your own base if you scout carefully. So as you can see, approximately I tried to scout half of the map, and I see a lot of ships here, but then I see the other scout here, so I want to pause here because that guy, if we go to his perspective, he has all that ships, but we know at this point, because I already lure a lot of ships back to my base, I know that he has scout aggressively, and if we see to his perspective, okay, you can see how aggressive his scout is. Look at the pathing. Do you see the pathing? That's a very aggressive scouting. He does not scout around his own zone, he does not scout here, he straightforward dive into my base, into my area, into my zone. So he is going for an aggressive scouting. But I see him here. As you can see, I can see him from my scout perspective. And I instantly realizing that it's impossible for him to have scout this area, because it's just gonna take he's already here, so that means he's too fast here. So there is no chance he has scout his own zone. So I swap instantly, because I was planning to scout this area, but because I know at this point that it's impossible that he has already scouted that area, and also he scouted my area. So as you can see, I'm going to his side, and I'm already finding ships and more ships and more ships, which means he has never passed through here. And we can see from his scouting that he is now going to the area that I have scouted already. So he's not gonna find anything here. And at the moment, I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna get his ships. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna already have more ships than him. So yeah, you need to, of course there is more video guides about scouting in YouTube. I will suggest you to see one, because I don't think I'm excelling in that specifically, like to how to do a perfect scouting guide. But I know that if you want to do an aggressive scout like he does, like my opponent in this game does, you usually do that. So as you can see, the pattern here to me, I start from this area, which is literally up towards my TC, and he's right here, and he's like, I'm not even finding any ships here. Well, yeah, because I got them from you before you even come. So at the moment he's gonna come here, I will already be here on the side, so I'm gonna already get his ships. Look at him, look at this, guys, look at the scouting. Oh my god, this is almost a scouting guide, by the way. So see, I found already a ship here, he hasn't pulled this up. I found another one here. This is in his TC. because he hasn't picked it up, because he has gone for an aggressive scouting. Of course, you will tell me he could possibly like pick yours. Yeah, but well, it happened that I scouted them here first. So he is finding actually ships here, but I'm also finding probably more here. No, I'm idling. Okay, that's my bad. He has 10, and he has 2 on the base. Yeah, because Abbasid Dynasty going for berries first, so that's why. So he's going with a military wing aging up. So, but anyways, I think we have enough, including the fact that I have like 6 here, and I have a couple of them here. I don't know how many. I don't know. Do you think he has scalped more than me? He could. There is possibility. But anyways, I'm already aging up at this point. He just aged up now, and he is going for military wing. And then when he's going for military wing, he's sending those 2 spears and 2 archery into my base. Why he does that? He does that to delay my playstyle, deny my resources, and he's bringing a lot of ships home. 11 ships. It is a very good number of ships. In my base now, I'm going for a military wing. Mercenary. Mercenary house, and then I'm trying to build up some Keshiks. I don't know if that was the best and most wise decision to make. I think javelin throwers will probably have been better choice here, because he's gonna go Camelot Riders, and Camelot Riders counter horses, and it's good to have Camelot Riders, and he's already under my TC here, harassing my villagers, but I'm realizing it, and then I kill his first unit down, thank God. I keep trying to gather olive oil, because we need 400 olive oil for our first cash 6, 400 precisely. But he is scouting, he is idle more of my villages, and here I'm a little bit confused because I'm panicking again, which usually what we experience in low lakes. What you should do instead of panicking is each individual villager that he's getting picked by the archers, and I can show you here. So my TC range is like this, right? So if I let the villagers here, and he's poking with a spearman, I just let 5 villagers down on the TC, which I'm not doing here, because why I'm not doing it? Because I'm panicking and I try to gather 400 olive oil for the first mercenaries. So I'm panicking here, and I'm opening Anchoritory Defense, which you can already see because it's glimmering my villages, and it makes them more sparkly. And they have at this point in time, they have more armor, they have 1+ armor, so they're not receiving a lot of damage, and I'm trying to gather fast olive oil without losing a villager. But he's spamming villager here, and this is where I'm doing a lot of mistake, guys. Don't do that. When he is picking one villager, take that villager and pull it back. You don't have to pick all the villagers at the same time. This villager is getting harassed. Well, okay, you pull it back. You put him on the sheep. The other one is getting harassed. You pull it back. The single villager that he's harassing, you don't have to pull all the villagers. This is very bad. So this is something you have to remind yourself, because if you have left 5 villagers here on the TC, you can capture the villagers inside, and the more villagers you have captured inside, the TC is gonna throw more arrows. This is how it works in Age of Empires. The more units you can see here, it says 0 at 15. So if you have 15, you get the maximum damage value out of the TC. And so the more villagers, the more units, it doesn't have to be villagers specifically, the more units you capture inside, the more arrows the TC will throw. And at this stage in time of the game, those units are very squishy, so if they dive inside the range of the TC, most likely they will get extinguished. So yeah, keep that in mind. So we always let a couple of villages under the TC so we can capture villages in the TC. Here I miss macro very badly, because I'm panicking a lot, so I'm pulling all my villagers here. It wasn't needed at all, trust me, it wasn't even needed. And because I'm panicking to gather the 400 olive oil, and as you can see, I'm on 379, so I'm pretty close to gather this goddamn olive oil, and I'm determined I'm gonna do it. So I'm pulling back all the villages, I'm letting the olive oil down, and I'm a bit confused here. You should never do that. So you can see how I'm confusing my life right now here. I'm panicking. Never. Like, just let the villagers here. He has fucking 4 units. I'm so sorry. So, only 4 fucking units. So, You don't have to panic. Just let your villages out onto the sea and pick each individual. I know you also have decoratory defense as Byzantines, but even if you don't play Byzantines, it's the same mindset. Let's play you play HRE. Let's say you play what else? French, which probably in this building you're already in advantage because you have two spearmen and two longbows. So as an Abbasid dynasty, which consider a booming civilization, you basically with this opening wing, like the military wing, you very aggressive early stages of the game once you dive into feudal. Because I don't even have units outside. I don't even have all of all to gather units. So he is already in my base, right? So that's one thing to consider. Let villages under your TC and gather olive oil that you need and or whatever resource you need. See, I pick individual. Now I'm doing the right thing. Please tell me he's not dying. Okay, lovely. Okay, that's it. I'm bad, and I'm really bad, and I pick all the villages and put them down. So here, gather. I don't even know what I'm doing. So this is a really bad macro, by the way, guys. But you see, he get executed just because I put 5 units inside. So now I queue up the Kashyyyks. I know that the 2 spearmen are dead. That means the 2 spearmen that they can contest the Kashyyyks are not with us anymore. They say goodbye to this universe. But the bitch Abbasid Dynastian actually is building his economy. And that was his goal from the beginning. The goal of his was to delay me. And he's going for a barracks, he's going for an archery raid, like a brained bitch that he is. And we don't like that. So yeah, we bring more ships finally into the house, and that's really bad macro. You should never do that. But thank God this is a drop-off point too, so it's not a big of a deal. And then we still the Kashyyyks here. We send all the villagers back here because we know we can contest at this point in time. So yes, you can see here he is going back because Kashyyyks has arrived and he's trying to get the best value. Please tell me that he's not killing it. He's killing one of my villagers. I'm so bad. That's because I'm just panicking. That's because I'm just panicking. Like if I didn't panic, that could be just so well executed and it's so easy to counter because you just put the villagers inside. He does do nothing to you, and you just pick each individual villager, and whenever he's harassing your villager, you just go with this villager that he's been harassed under your TC, and your villager is safe to go. But anyways, this is the early aggressive that he went. His era is over right now, and he is keep forcing feudal age units while I'm going into the castle age. So very bad gold management here, as you can see. I have 5 villager of gold. I haven't received any single upgrade. Yeah, I have received only the border settlement, which gives me a lot of like vision, as you can see. But you shouldn't do that. You should pick like if you go castle with so much gold as I am with 1,130 gold, you should actually spend your gold and do something with it. Here I'm drive all my villages to build the Golden Horn Tower. I was about to say clock tower, whatever. And yeah, our aiming is to age up as fast as we can. And he is on 2nd TC. He's expanding his economy as he should as an Abbasid dynasty, and he's also make units at the same time. So I can see here he has units. I can see his military. I went my scout here. He has 6 spearmen. 6 spearmen and 4 archers. But at this point, I'm gonna go for cataphracts and golems. And golems basically counter the spearmen that he has, and cataphracts can deal very well with his archers. And yeah, as you can see, he is really like committing in the feudal age. He does indeed. I don't know, in this case scenario, if he was coming to my base with all these units, he sees that I'm in castle, so he's probably gonna move right into my base. I'm not sure if he does, but he should, because he has to, because at this point in time, if you're a good player, you know I do not have units because I just went to castle. How the fuck I'm gonna have units at the same time? And you can see the idle time here, so which is really, really bad. You should never do that. But I'm harassing his economy from behind and try to be efficient with my harass. But really not that good. Probably take 1 villager down. Where his military units is. Okay, he's idle, oh my goodness. So, as you can see, I create a mess here. I don't know if I want anything here, but he's also panicking a lot. And he's pulled his military unit up. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't lose the units because that wasn't very efficient from my perspective. But because he is a Platinum Elo player like me, he pulled out his villager and he didn't even need to do that. So if you press cast mode right now, we can see that he is in a huge villager advantage. He has 43 villagers and I have 32. So in the meantime, his economy will start bumming up and I will be in a disadvantaged position. So I'm trying to be as efficient as I can. I'm taking my prelates and I'm going for the relics because that's the only respawn I have. He's sending one spearman here. I'm killing his horse and he's actually his scout, I'm sorry. And I'm sending here the Keshiks to take down one spear. And I can see his military, so I'm pulling back because I know I can't contest all that shit. And then because I see him here, I'm pulling my horses back, I'm pulling my archers back, try to capture some damn units inside the TC. And as you can see here, I'm also panicking, I'm pulling Nightcrawler Tower Defense. I shouldn't do that because you don't even have to do that. Because it's just idle time, I'm not really doing anything with my villagers. And I'm just fighting with my villagers stupidly. You should never do that, you just capture units inside, and that's it. That's it. But we see a low elo game, and you can see both players. We're basically doing exactly the same mistakes. We don't know how to manipulate each individual unit. We just panic and we just pick all the units at the same time. But one relic is already inside the chapel, and we're going for the second one. And we're having in queue probably a third religious unit. So we're sending another prelate to get the middle relic. And we're sending all our military units to cover our prelate for the relic. And once we get the 3 relics, we can produce so many mercenaries because usually the relics, when you capture them inside the churches or the chapel, they give you, I think, we can see it here, they give a percentage amount of gold for all civilizations. But because of Grand Winery, in this case scenario of Byzantines, they give olive oil, which is the 5th resource in the game. So yeah, so now we have the second relic and we're going to pick the third one, which is here. So at this point in time, we are already in an advantage position. He's also going castle at this point, which means most likely with second TC and castle, I don't think he does have the macro or even like the guts to deal with all that. And he has to go out for berries because he doesn't have farms. As I don't have farms either, and I'm going out for berries. So I'm building here a cistern to get some 10% buff, because remember, to get the buff you need to connect the cistern with aqueducts in Byzantine civilization. So yeah, so I'm getting the last, the 4th relic here, which is huge, and there is one goddamn relic left in the map, and it's here. So at this point in time, he went to castle. I know I need to react, I know I have to attack, and I'm probably ahead of him when it comes to military units. I also have my upgrades. He's also getting his upgrades at the same time. We can see in caster mode. Now let's go to the caster mode to see what's gonna happen. So I see the wall here. I probably shouldn't attack, but because in the back of my head, I was thinking, wait a minute, I probably need to shut down the TC. Well, no, you don't really need to shut down the TC, you just need to shut down his economy. So I know that he's rolling because he is trying to gather here berries, because Abbasid dynasty and all the Islamic civilization, Age of Empires 4, because they cannot gather boar because it's considered haram. Where is the boar? So they cannot gather. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, where are you hiding, Pumbaa? So because they cannot gather boar, and the boar, can you imagine, guys, has 2,000 fucking food, so it's a really huge big income, and each individual berry has 250, and it's one, two, I pull them all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 200, 250, how much that is? Wait a minute, I need my fucking calculator. I'm gonna do that now, because my mathematics, it's extremely bad. So it's 250, 6, so it's 1,500. But because they have buff, because the Islamic civilization have buff with the berries, you can see those berries have this little like look like thorns, but they're not thorns, they're like fence. So they're gathering more resource from the berries. So each individual villager has, God, I don't even know, but trust me, they gather more. Trust me. So yeah. So I know that, and I'm trying to deny this. So let's go back into the video. So yeah, he's walling up because he's trying to protect his booty, and he's sending his military unit, which is 8 spearmen and 7 longbows, but they're not enough because my units are better than his units at this point in time. So as you can see here, he's sending more. I see that, and I try to pick. He is spearmen with my archers, and I'm sending the horses back to the longbows. There you go. And he is trying here to counter me, but I have more units than him. He's probably idle a lot of things here, and yeah, we are taking his villager down and his units down. So we are on 20 military units, and he's only on 2. And we're building the ram. Do we building the ram? Hello? Hello? The ram? Hello? Guys, wake up! God damn it! Build the goddamn ram. Girl. Another goddamn wall. Like, yes, because it takes ages for me to react. See? Oh no, he's gathering 10. But wait a minute, I'm supposed to gather more. But anyways, he's leaving here because, I mean, he knows I'm gonna go through it, and the army is almost ready. I'm popping more units. There is another relic here that I can't capture because every monastery or church or whatever or mosque can capture up to 3 relics only. So you need to build another monastery for that. Wait a minute, where all these villagers are going to? They're going to the berries because I don't have food, and I'm just realizing it. Jesus Christ. Thank God I'm doing this. Here, where's my Hirosiphon? I don't even know. Oh, it's here. Okay, so we're burning down into the ground the bitch. And yeah, he has also too much wood, and he doesn't go for farms. Where the he goes? Oh, he's going for, of course, he's going for the deer. But at this point in time, I can just dive right into the under the TC and break his TC, and he is going to be in pain. Because I have cataphracts, which I respond to his golems, and I have already respawned for his archers. I have the horses. So yeah, at this point in time, I don't think he can come back from this. Because my unit composition is just stronger than his unit composition. What am I doing here, guys? Like, I need to just learn how to group my units. Yeah, and it's important. And I could have also sent some, like, this is very illegal. If you have such a big advantage, you should always raid the resources. Like, keep that in mind. You just need to go where the resources are. So if you have scouted them up and you know there's a goat there, there's a deer there, just go there. You will find him most likely gathering those resources. Because there's nowhere else to go. And here, as you can see, we are burning the shit into the ground, and he is trying to defend. And we keep our units close to the fire so he can burn into the ground like a barbecue. And yeah, we are defending, we're shooting with our arrows. That's not a good macro. I should pick up probably his archers, but yeah, no. I don't even know what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to take the DC down. He's idle, his villages, so I guess that's good for me. He doesn't have enough PM, and yeah, probably here, that's not a very necessity. I shouldn't burn this down, but I do anyways. And he's stepping up because he's stressed. Because that's how we react in Platinum Elo. So if you're Platinum, welcome back to my channel. Platinum, and let's say if we're probably gonna reach Diamond, which is gonna be probably impossible, but if we ever reach Diamond, all these things gonna change. People will know how to react, we will know how to macro. I think the trip between Platinum and Diamond is like you learn those details that elevates your playstyle in a more efficient way. Because, for example, all those idle time with the villagers that they were scrolling around just because he was just shooting one villager, and I could have just killed his unit just by capture villagers under my own TC. I couldn't do that because I'm panicking. So I think what you develop most likely from Platinum to Diamond is to learn not to panic and learn how to react, and not just pull all the villagers, pull all the military units, just cool and I'm saying that to myself all the time because I'm panicking a lot. So yeah, trust me, it is a stressful game. But yeah, that was a little bit of the podcast today from my game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please consider to give a like and subscribe. It helps the channel probably to grow if it ever grows. But yeah, have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye. Take care.